Hey everybody. I put lithium battery in my trailer, and man, you think it goes easy because you watch all these videos. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't that easy. Well, my trailer is a Keystone 22 MLS. It's got 2 propane tanks on the front. It's a pull-behind trailer. The batteries that came with it were 2 lead-acid batteries. And, they worked all right, but they didn't work great, and I wasn't really confident in them, and the voltage varied all the time. I looked into all the lithium batteries, the Battleborns, the Lion ones, they're all out there. There's a million of them. I ended up buying the Enduro batteries. They're USA made, and that was a big sell point for me. The battery that I chose was a 200 amp hour battery, and pretty much it was the selling thing for me. It was a little smaller battery than a Battleborn, and it would fit in a regular battery box. We want to get by, a few days here and there, and that's pretty much all our trailer is set up for. I'm on my way to the trailer today. My intention is to take a look at our current battery setup, because we are going to prepare it for its new battery setup, which is the lithium battery. Do they say the gas prices are going down? Yeah, right. So we're at our dirty trailer. Yeah, it gets dirty out here where it's stored. Again, another video I got to do of buying a cover for this darn thing. So what we're going to do today is replace our battery box. So we're going to replace it with this one, and then we need to remove these. But before you do, and a good advice for anybody working on stuff, take a picture of what it looks like before you remove it, so that you know exactly how it needs to get put back together again. If you remove it and then you take a picture, it's not going to work. Well, the new battery box did provide me a little bit of an issue. It's a little smaller in placement as far as length goes. I could still fit my 2 lead acid batteries in it, but it doesn't take up as much space as those 2 did, because those were separated. They had a space in between them. So now my battery box is it's actually a little smaller, which is kind of nice. Taking the battery boxes, it wasn't too difficult. You just need to pop the batteries out and screw what's holding your battery boxes in. But what you don't think about too is what could be blocking you. So everybody's situation with batteries and how things are set up, it's going to be a little different.
And you got to check
to see what your situation is. In my case, I had 2 lead acid batteries. Well, what I didn't look at carefully enough was the fact that I had a propane line that went from my 2 propane tanks on the front to the hookup for the trailer that went right between the 2 batteries. Well, what I didn't account for is I needed a little extra length on that. So in our case, we have a propane line that went between the 2 batteries because the cases were separate. Well, now this case is not separate. We are going to have to look into relocating this gas line under this. I had to order another propane line that was about 1 foot longer.
I love Amazon.
And then that keeps it up and away, and I was able to route it around the battery box. In my case, I went underneath the battery box. As you see, that is the propane hose, and I don't like how it is as kinked as it is and a lot of pressure on it. This is a 4-foot hose, and what I'm going to need is a 5-foot hose. Out with the old, in with the new. So this is 1 foot longer. It'll put less stress on the gas line, so I'm installing the new gas line. So the other thing that I ran into was when I go, okay, great, I need to just put this wire on that terminal and put this wires on this terminal and I'm done, right? Well, no, not really. Because when Keystone made my trailer, well, they made it for 2 batteries. Well, the battery cables, or the cables that went from the junction boxes and all that stuff, one of them, which was a 6-gauge wire, I'm assuming that's for the solar coming in, was
about a foot short.
So I needed to replace that cable. So off to the Amazon store again.
I love Amazon.
No, I really like Amazon. Amazon's okay. Except there are times when it says,
Hey, it'll be there tomorrow.
and then it goes,
Oh, hey, by the way, we're late.
and then,
Oh, we're late again. So
yeah, it's take it for what you think. The lithium battery has been put in. It was a little bit more work than what I envisioned. I thought I could just, it's a plug and play. It is and it isn't. With my battery, it's a 200 amp hour battery, so it's a big battery. But the neat part about it is it weighs 50 pounds lighter than the two batteries I had put in there. Each one of those weighed around 40 something pounds, 47 pounds, I think 47 pounds a piece. And the new lithium battery weighs in at 43 pounds. So it's a little bit different. I thought I was going to lose over 100 pounds, but no, I only lost about 50 pounds on the tongue. But, any weight in a trailer is awesome to lose. Yeah.
Don't go down there.
Okay, all right, I've got a tummy. So I ended up replacing my, it was just one cable, and it was a 6-gauge wire, and it was really not too bad of something, but I had to squirrel the cables around in a different manner. But the end result is the battery, the new lithium battery, is in. So here it is. The little Enduro Power 12 volt 200 amp hour battery. Now the reason I liked this battery is because it's actually smaller than most batteries of this size. You actually see that it's just barely comes up over the top of the basic little battery box that I bought. The other two little wires you see there, that goes to my TPMS. So those have got to be on there. So I was able to take away a couple of extra cables. You can see they didn't really take good care of waterproofing these, putting just the heat shrink material around these. They just crimped them on and called it a day. It's actually better, and the connections I've made are actually better than what they gave me. So my next venture here is to kind of clean up the cables, zip tie them all together, put them in a protective wrap like this. I want to heat seal some shrink stuff on that. As you see, that's what I did there. Those cables is what those will end up be looking like. But all told, I think I've saved about 50 pounds on the tongue. Got a better battery in the meantime. With the smart shunt coming up, we should be, all set. So the next issue, my Victron MPPT controller. So I had to look at that and go, I have to reprogram that. I had to get into Victron and reprogram it. There are presets on the Victron, and there's one that called Smart Lipo battery, lithium battery, the thing I stuck in my trailer. Anyway, so there's a preset. Well, that preset was fine. However, I had to up the absorption voltage to 14 point. I put it at 14.45. I guess I could put it at 14.5, and it will take up to 14.6. But I figured I'll give myself a little bit of a I don't know what you call it, a little bit of leg room I can work with. I don't know, leg room. Yeah, it's definitely a learning experience. You watch YouTube videos like you're doing now, and you kind of get a little bit from everybody, and hopefully you guys are getting something from me. But the end result is the battery is in and it is charging. So my next little feat is to figure out
How to put in a smart shunt.
So I have that, and that is going to go in. Just got to figure out how to do it, because I've got to make a little bus bar for it, and then the cable's hooked to one side, the bus bar will hook to this side, and then go into the top of the negative on the battery, and then this will just sit right on top of the battery, and the bus bar will pretty much keep it in its position, so it's not going to get wet, it won't get exposed or anything like that. That's just the next version of this lithium install. Look forward to my smart shunt video. Thanks for joining me on the Bueller Bunch. I hope you got some information out of this. Take it for what it's worth. I had some difficulties with my trailer. It doesn't mean you're going to have difficulties with yours, but switching over to lithium, it's worth it. It really is. Just in the weight and the usefulness, and that you don't have to worry about your darn lead acid batteries. I'll see you next time. I am out of here.